Today I'm going to be playing Dot's Home. Before I get into the introduction, I wanted to just say that this game was pretty powerful, and I thought in order to keep the message clean and clear, I did minimal editing, which is why this video is so long. This is a full playthrough from start to finish with as minimal of editing as possible. I thought that every message was important to be heard, and so I kept it in there, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, how are we doing? So one of you recently reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in playing Dot's Home. I've never heard of it before, so we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. Have you played this game before? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Apparently this is a 2D point-and-click adventure game who follows this young black woman in Detroit living with her grandma. That's really all I know, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, let's go ahead and get started. New game? I need to get home. Greenlight Theater. Hashtag throwback CK Thursday. YS now showing The Wizard of Oz. There's no place like home. Okay. So can we move vertically? We can kind of move up and down, but we can move across, right and left. Looks like the theater is still closed. A little hand comes up when we can interact with something. That's good. Okay, we can go far right. We can't move much quicker than this. Community center. Can't go into the community center, it's closed right now. Okay, so then I'm guessing the only way we can really go is far right, so we'll do that now. Okay. Aha! Oh, got a newspaper. The 313 Scoop, June 2nd, 2021. What's in store for the city's environmental future? Detroit is changing, whether we like it or not. My neighborhood used to be dead quiet, with almost nothing going on. I swear it was like no one was here. But once business started coming back and folks started fixing up homes, my block came to life again, says Terrell Anderson, a longtime Detroit resident. Yet while it's true that Anderson's neighborhood has seen a boost in new business, from upscale coffee shops to even the city's first tiki bar, this change hasn't been universal across the Motor City, particularly when it comes to enacting environmental justice for all. Daphne DeRocha, who lives northwest of Anderson's neighborhood, had this to say: I live in one of the most polluted areas of the city, right next door to one of the most gentrified. While others worry about where they'll get their morning coffee, I'm worried about if the air levels are too hazardous for me to go outside on my porch any given day. One thing all city residents need to realize, DeRocha argues, but who mostly directly impacts depends on proximity, race, and place. There isn't one person in my family without asthma, DeRocha says. If I had known that fate was predetermined for us, I would have never lived here. Yikes. All right, so we don't pick it up. We can go into this house. We have 3 keys. Ugh, are you kidding me? I swear I left this door unlocked. Geez, Grandma can't keep a door open for nothing around here. Now I gotta find the right key. Okay. Ooh, the door is locked. Okay, so we have 3 keys. This one. Nope. This one. Also nope. This one. Nice. Grandma, why'd you lock the door? I was only gone for a minute. It's not even dark yet. Dorothy, now you know an unlocked door is an open invitation to trouble. I've lived here long enough to know that neighborhoods changing. Whatever you say, Grandma. I wonder what those papers are for. Speaking of changes, I keep seeing those cash for keys flyers everywhere on this block. You're telling me? My gosh, some of them even have the nerve to call me. For every one I block, 3 more replace them. Do you ever think about selling the house? Sometimes, but where else would I go? Somewhere whose streets I don't know? I've started over too many times in my life, and I'm too old to do it again. I thought old was a cuss word. Only if it comes from you. Right. You're all millennials, Grandma. Millin whatevers have no idea what we went through back in the day. Back in my day. Oh, before we came up here from South Carolina, your grandfather and I were sharecroppers. We busted our backs on a farm every day while the white folks who owned the land charged us more for rent than they paid us for our crops. We may not have been slaves, but if you ask me, it wasn't too much different. That's why when Carl got a letter from his cousin Eustace up here about some good paying work at the auto factory, we packed our bags, paid our debts, got a one-way ticket to Detroit, and never looked back. Wow. I swear you tell me this story about once a week. It's because I need to remind you where you came from. I wouldn't have it any other way, Grandma. Oh, wait, is Carlos here right now? Georgia dropped him off when you were at the corner store. How about you go get him and bring him upstairs? Dinner's about ready. Fine, but when he gets mad at me for interrupting a Supreme Bash Bros battle, I'm blaming you. You talk like I know what any of those words mean. Okay, we can go down, we can go up, we can go into the kitchen. Let's go into the kitchen. Dinner's not ready yet, but I'm starving. Ooh, fridge. Florida. Oh my gosh. A postcard from Florida. I swear Mom and Dad send one every year. I should plan a trip to visit them at some point. Okay. Can't believe it's been 3 years since Mom and Dad moved to Sunshine State. Guess I should have taken Mom at her word when she said this was her last winter here. Okay. We get it. You traded pine trees for palm trees, Mom, Dad. I think Carlos added this one when he was little. Well, littler. Georgia and Alma always point it out whenever they stop by. My undergrad graduation. I definitely heard Grandma's cheers the loudest in that stadium. I know the whole education department was shook. Go Warriors. Ooh, pretzel. Great, now I'm craving mall pretzels. Ooh, that sounds great. Grandma loves these types of inspirational quotes. I think they're kind of cheesy, but for some reason I don't mind this one as much. Be the person you needed when you were younger. That's pretty powerful stuff. All right, can we open up the fridge and get some grub? No grub? All right. Ooh, new item. Nice. All right, let me take a look at this. I can't do anything with it yet. All right, let's go up. Let's go downstairs into the scary basement. Oh. All right, that's where he was. Yo, Squirt. 5 more minutes. Nope, Grandma wants you upstairs now. Plus, you know how this place upsets your asthma. If you were a cool aunt, you'd let me stay down here a few more minutes. Too bad for you, I'm your only aunt, which automatically makes me the cool aunt. You're no fun, Auntie Dorothea. Nope, none of that. To you and everyone else, it's Dot. D-O-T, period. Well, Grandma calls you by your full name. When have I ever been able to stop Grandma from doing anything? Now come on, please Dot, just a few more minutes. Oh, okay. Fine with the countdown starts now. No way I'm starving. You know what? Fine, but the countdown starts now. Grandma keeps important documents in there. I'm not allowed in. Can I break in? Can I turn off his TV? It's one of Carlos's favorite games, Supreme Bash Bros, featuring famous characters such as Kerbo and Iron Knight. That's cool. Okay, I can't. Ooh, what's that? I saw something. Okay, time's up. But it hasn't been 5 minutes yet. Tough beans, bud, let's go. He just runs up the stairs without me. Smells like Grandma's world-famous mac and cheese in here. Don't touch it. It's cooling down right now. Cooling down? You mean we gotta wait before we can even eat? I could have finished my game. Why you want to hang out in the only place where mold grows on the walls is beyond me. The rest of the house is for you and Grandma. The basement is a place just for me. Lord, I guess they aren't kidding when they say history repeats itself. You sound like Hank back when he moved out in '86. I'm pretty sure a flair for dramatics is a family trait. Oh. Someone's at the door. You expecting anyone, Grandma? Heck no. Not without a call first. Maybe it's that person Dot's been secretly texting all month. Shut it, you. Whoever it is, I know they better stop banging on my barn door. Don't worry, I'll get it. Alright, let's check it out. Who is it? Oh, just gonna come right in? Whoa. Who are you? And who said you could just walk in? Hey, wait a minute here. Yes, hello, miss. Sorry about the sudden intrusion, but as I always say, an open door is an open invitation for new opportunities. It's a terrible saying. Maybe, but more importantly, are you Mavis Hawkins, the owner of this lovely home? No. That would be my grandmother, but you can talk to me. I see. Well, my name is Michael H. Murphy III, and I represent a company called Hope Equity. We're investing heavily in bringing back this neighborhood, and we're willing to give you straight cash for the keys to this Let me save you some time. I've seen the flyers, and we're not interested. But this is a golden opportunity. We're paying above fair market value for distressed homes and revitalizing. Do we look distressed to you? How can you bring back a neighborhood that never went anywhere? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to offend, Miss Hawkins. If you let me explain. I'm sure your grandmother will come to understand. You meant what you said, and so did I. We're not interested. Bye. Oh. Yee! Nice. Good riddance. Let's go tell the Grams what happened. Can you believe that dude walking up on us like that? He's lucky I didn't. You think it's true what he said? That they're paying more than it's worth and in cash? Oh, Grams interested. Grams, don't tell me you're actually considering this. I'm just thinking we could really use that money. I'm not getting any younger and these bills only seem to grow every year. Fixing that water leak from last year almost put me out of my own savings. I thought you said you couldn't bear to start over again. Between Hank down in Florida and your sister Georgia, I'm sure I could find a place close to home. I thought this was home. Ugh, I'm going upstairs. You okay? I bet Grandma's mac and cheese will cheer you up. This conversation made me lose my appetite. Y'all can go ahead without me. All right, let's go upstairs. We got 4 doors. Oh, man. Wow, the ceiling's leaking again. That sucks. Okay, so we're in a bedroom. Oh, whee! Okay. Nothing there. Go to bed, maybe? Property taxes, repair fees, electric bills. I get that we need the money to pay the bills, but do we really have to get out the house to get it? But if we stay, does this mean we just have to keep struggling forever? Jeez, I'm giving myself a headache. Maybe if I take a nap, I'll wake up with a clear head. That's kind of tough, honestly. Too many people struggle in situations like this. An open door is an invitation. I want a place that's just for me. New opportunities. Because when have I ever been able to stop Grandma from doing anything? That was some nap. At least my headache is gone. All right, out we go. My door is locked from the outside. Maybe one of my keys will open it. Oh, wait a minute. Why is this key glowing? I used the wrong key on purpose just to see what would happen. Well, here goes nothing. Oh. Hey, yo. Magic hallway. Whoa, cool. It's So I'm definitely still sleeping. What the? Just how long was I asleep for? And who redecorated this place? Minimalism is so not grandma's style. Oh. Oh. I must have missed you coming in. You again? I don't believe we've met. You're here for the open house, yes? How do you like the upstairs so far? Oh, open house? What are you even talking about? A 3-bedroom, 2-bath wonder. Great amount of space for a family. If you and your husband are looking to start, is he here with you? I'd be happy to chat with him man to man about the details. Man, there's a lot of that in this movie or game. You must be confused. This house isn't open. It certainly is, miss. Why don't you continue to look around? Better be quick with your decision, though. You're not the only one looking. I need to find Grandma and find out what the heck is going on. So maybe I'm like in the future, or I'm having a nightmare for sure. Look at this. These floorboards look really weak. Bust them up. Do I have anything to break it with? This door's closed. This vase is barely covering that crack in the wall. Do you think we're making the right decision, Carl? What if things here are just as bad as they were at the farm? Even if things get bad up here, I don't think they can get much worse than what we left behind in Effingham. Wait, why are those voices so familiar? Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Grandma? Grandpa? Huh? Grandma? I ain't nobody's grandma. Okay, I've seen this happen in the movies. Just gotta play it cool. Don't tell me you have your eye on this place too. No. This home is yours. I live in the neighborhood. Just decided to pop in. Oh, a neighbor. Well, it's nice to meet you, Miss Dot. Short for Dorothea. My grandmother named me. What a beautiful name. Your grandmother has good taste. Name's Carl Hawkins. And this here is my wife, Mavis Hawkins. Since you're from the neighborhood, what can you tell us what it's like here, Dorothea? Well, things are a bit different now, but we always look out for each other here. I know everyone's name on the block and can count on them to have my back when I need it. Well, I'll take that as just the answer I needed. Me too. Sounds like the perfect place for us to settle down. Hopefully this Murphy fellow will stick to his word. This is the first house we've looked at all week. That hasn't turned us away for just... Oh my gosh. This is the first house we've looked at all week that hasn't turned us away just for being colored. I assure you that I'm happy to work with your people, Mr. Hawkins. My goodness. Why, I was just telling the young lady over there that it's a perfect home to start a family. I thought you said you were just passing through. Oh. I swear I'm not interested in this place. No way. This house seems perfect for both of you. Yeah. No way. This house seems perfect for both of you. What a shame. Ms. Hawkins, why don't you think about all the delicious meals you could cook in this fabulous kitchen? While your husband and I talk business in the living room. But any business of my husband is mine too. Go, Grandma. She's right. We'll hear what you have to say together. If you insist. I should go. It looks like he's floating, and it's kind of creeping me out. Please let us discuss business in private. All right. Did you say you're employed at the auto factory? No, sir, not yet. I'll be going down there tomorrow to see about the job. There's always a catch when dealing with you people. Oh! Lucky for you, this is a... Do I say it? I don't... Lucky for you, this is a... Yo, I'm just trying to be... I don't... This is a... black neighborhood on the rise? Oh, this is a black neighborhood on the rise. I can make it easy for you to buy your dream home with a contract for deed where you'd just make monthly payments. I'd make a decision quick if I were you. I'm gonna lose my mind if I hear another word. I need some air. I'm gonna take a walk and see how to get out of here. For sale. It's weird seeing the house for sale like this. Kick the sign. Make fun of the sign, ignore the sign. Well, it's different now, right? Because in her time, her family is trying to be pushed out because of gentrification. Right now, they're actually moving in, but they're probably being taken advantage of anyways. I'm just gonna make fun of the sign. Ha ha ha. 1959, your neighborhood could be next. Every house marked X now occupied by... Oh my god. I honestly don't know if I could say this word. Every house marked X now occupied by black people. I'm broad-minded, said one homeowner when a black person moved into his block. But a short time later, he panicked and sold his home at a loss. In today's post, you'll read how speculators for racial change, how they use vicious tactics to force out the whites, and how one speculator brags that he could bust your block in no time at all. We talked to one local Detroit blockbuster about the price of integration and how he has no plans of stopping. I make my money, quite a lot of it incidentally, 3 ways: by beating down the prices I pay the white owners, by stimulating the fear of what is to come; 2, by selling to the eager black people at inflated prices; and 3, by finishing these purchases at what amounts to very high rates of interest. Despite this, the blockbuster, who wished to remain anonymous, provided his initials MM, said his plan of playing too close to color line is actually a benefit to whites, not the black people moving in. Dang, this is powerful stuff. I'm kind of curious if this is if the writer of this game is, writing from personal experience. Because this happened all the time. Wow, this is one heck of a dream. Who knew I could dream up something so detailed and historically accurate? That's a nice line. Now showing Imitation of Life. Don't you believe in chasing rainbows? The theater is still open. So off to the community center, I guess. Miss! Oh boy. Oh, it's you. You had me chasing you for nearly 2 blocks. If I was you, I wouldn't go any further. The neighborhood beyond this point is not for your kind. How about you come back with me to the open house? Wouldn't want you to get in trouble now, okay? I can find my own way back. Please, I insist. No, I insist. Man, get out of here. Man, he makes me so uncomfortable. Back home, I guess? Maybe. I want to trust him, but this just sounds like the raw deal we had with old man McCone and his farm back home. I know money's tight, but I could do my sewing on the side to help out. We could really make this home ours, even if we just have to make things work. Yo! Anyone ever tell you that you are one weird gal? I'm starting to think so myself. Any luck with the decision? We want the house, but that Murphy fella is just making us choose between a contract for deed or renting the place. Well, what's the difference? The way he tells it, we just be responsible for making regular payments on the house until the balance is paid off. And once that balance is paid off, the house is ours, free and clear. Only thing is, if we miss a payment, then we're back to square one and we could lose the house. Oh my gosh. Never mind the fact that it could take us between 5 and 50 years to pay off the house in the first place. I just wish we could get a loan, as if the bank would even let us in the door. Maybe we should find a place to rent nearby until money isn't so tight. I'm tired of renting, Carl. We need to put down roots. This is the only place that'll even take our money, and y'all heard what the man said. If we don't take it now, we'll lose our chance. Plus, there are other families like us on the block. We won't be alone here. Dorothea, what do you think we should do? Oh, hey. Better make it quick. Time's a ticking. I'm certain you two could make a great home here. Oh. Huh. Because if they buy it and they miss a payment, they lose the house. If they rent it, man, they're just being taken advantage of. I trust y'all. You're gonna buy it, you're gonna own it, and you're not gonna give it back, because if you rent it, it's still this guy's, and then you can come in, he can take it away from you, no questions asked. Buy. Choice will be remembered. Uh-oh. It's not like you can go back to South Carolina. You should buy this place now because it's the best you can do at the moment, even though the terms do seem tricky. I think you're right. Like I said before, I don't know why, but I trust you. Well, I don't, but I trust my Mavi, so I'll go with what you say. Wonderful, Mr. Hawkins. If you follow me, I have some paperwork for you to sign. I hope it works out for you both, Miss Mavis. I know we're about to be neighbors, but I swear you already seem like family. Would you look at that? I seem to have misplaced my pocketbook. Let me go look around and see if I can find it. Carl is right. You are one weird gal. Maybe I can use this weird key again. Yeah, let's go. Here's hoping I'm not as out of place this time. I go like 200 years in the future. That'd be pretty funny. Okay, now we're going back in time again, or well, forward in time this time. So, what kind of effect did we have on the future? This has to be a dream. I should sleep again. Great, even more bills. It's no use, I can't fall asleep. Things still feel weird. If I just go about my day, things will go back to normal. Let's go see what's poppin'. It's locked again? Guess I'll use that glowing key. Alright, well, here goes nothing. Okay, we're back in here. Maybe it'll take us like 10 years in the future. When she's like see how things are going for them. Well, this place is different. It could use some fresh paint and maybe wait, is that a mouse? 1992, so we're about 30 years in the future. Urban renewal or urban removal. The redevelopment of public housing in Detroit could displace thousands. The Brewer-Davidson housing projects were first dedicated in 1935 and finally completed in 1955. Originally built to house almost 10,000 residents across 6 14-story high-rises and 2 6-story low-rise towers and several apartment rows. Despite the city's consistent decline in population, the projects are still home to some 6,500 remaining residents, most of them black and 66% of them minors or young adults. You see, I've noticed that, and this is probably the case where they've switched the language between, time periods, between the obvious no word, the one word that I wasn't entirely sure I wanted to say, and then now this word, which still has negative connotations depending on how you say it. And I just wanted to be respectful, and they are all at risk of losing their homes as the city's plans to demolish the area to make way for new community family-sized townhouses. Messaging from the mayor's office has reminded relatively steadfast against the backlash from current residents. This new community is not about exclusion. It's not about kicking everybody out, says one representative from the mayor's office. Yet despite showing several illustrative renderings of the future of the neighborhood, townhomes and a condo building along a tree-lined street, the Brewer-Davidson residents remain unconvinced. We can't afford that, yelled one resident attending last month's city council meeting. I'm sick of oppression and moving black people out of these communities. And that's one thing that not a lot of people know that happened. Gentrification throughout our history has been a huge issue, right? People should play this game. If you're curious to learn about history, this is just a small snapshot of what people in just Detroit went through. So, recommended so far. All right, let's continue. What's this? Looks like somebody's getting evicted. Oh, interesting. Why can't I ever find my wallet? I don't know how you find anything with your head so firmly planted up your behind. Why do you want to see a movie about a serial killer in a project anyway? We live in a project. Yes, we do. And we can leave it too. Someone tell me why I married the most stubborn woman in Michigan. Someone's got to be realistic around here while you walk around with your head in the clouds. I know these voices. They sound like... Thank goodness. Are you the babysitter? Mom? I mean, ma'am, sorry. I think you have me mistaken with someone else. I mean, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm assuming if I say yes, ma'am, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be the babysitter. If I say no, ma'am, I'm not. That'd be kind of cool to babysit myself. Let's do it. I mean, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Great. Long story short, I'm Evelyn. This is my husband, Hank, and we're running very late for our movie. Relax. We're not that late. We did not just fight for an hour for you to tell me to relax. It's not for no reason. Me and Amos have a really good idea at this time. You know what I think is a good idea? Taking the voucher they're offering us and renting a house that's close to a movie theater. I'm tired of driving out to Farmington Hills every time we want to see a movie. What good's a house without a community? That's not a home. Jeez, I gotta take a walk. That man is driving me crazy. Please come inside. Are you alright? We've been fighting about this since we got the notice that they're turning these apartments into townhomes. They're supposed to be for the people who live here, but we all know how that goes. He wants to stay, I want to move on to something better, simple as that. I always thought living in public housing would be temporary, and then came our daughter Georgia, and well, you know, life. Whoa, Georgia's been born already? That must mean I'm in the early 90s, before I was born. Weird. This is no place to raise a family. The building is literally falling apart in front of our eyes, and good luck trying to get management to fix anything once it breaks. Now that they're demolishing this project, we have an opportunity to take a voucher and move on up. I'm with you. What's there to love about this place? There must be something keeping Hank here. Well, I'm assuming he's afraid, you know? Scared of what might happen if they leave someplace that, you know, they've known for so long. There must be something keeping Hank. Yeah. I mean, sure, we know all our neighbors, and we all look out for each other, but we could find that somewhere else. Hank doesn't see it that way. His best friend almost lives down the hall. Those two are always dreaming up new business schemes, and this time, Hank swears it's legit. I want to be supportive, but I don't want to be stuck here. If we move out, we're giving our daughter Georgia better opportunities. Wow, I wouldn't expect you to be this stressed out. You seem like a super calm under pressure type of person, at least from my experience. You psychic or something? If I freak out, Hank freaks out. You see why I want to go some silly horror movie so bad? I guess you need the escape. Exactly. Hey, do you mind grabbing Hank from Amos's place? I need to calm down and maybe find this man's wallet for him. I'm gonna go see my sister, I guess. This is Georgia as a baby? Weird. I kind of like it, you know, she's kind of starting to see what her family went through. Man, this demolition stuff is bugging me out. What's the government calling it? Hope 6? I don't feel a lot about them knocking down our homes. I feel that. Keep your eyes on the prize, we finally got a winning game plan. Yeah, that's Dad. Knock, knock, knock. I mean, if you're really sure we could get jobs working construction here while they build those fancy townhouses. Yeah, dude, it's the law and everything. I was looking at those flyers that say that the crews working here got to hire people from the building. It's called Section 3. Can they not hear me? Better knock again. I don't care how many sections they got. We both know these big real estate and construction companies break the law all the time and get away with it. Honestly, it's worth a shot for me. We need the money to start our business. Besides, being a construction worker smells way better than sanitation. Guess I'll knock louder. You hear that? Who's that? Oh, right, the babysitter. Come in for a sec. What's your name? Dorothea, or just Dot. Huh, that's cute. Almost, this is Dot. Come in for a second. I swear I put my wallet down here somewhere. Sorry to intrude, Evelyn. Miss Hawkins wanted me to come by and let you know she's ready to go. Could she wait a few more minutes? My boy Amos and I were just in the middle of a conversation. Okay, get this. You see how me and Hank, we got a natural rapport? I'm the funny guy and he's the straight man, the Abbott to my Costello. Who's Abbott and Costello? Abbott and Costello as in who's on first? You know what? Never mind. What I'm saying is that when we're on our third shift, the drive to work is funny as heck because me and Hank just riff off each other, laughing our heads off about everything and anything. When we're on first shift though, we're silent as a dormouse, listening to the morning news, but wishing we could hear folks like us just talking and having fun even during the 6 a.m. shift. So get this, what if we recorded our banter and sold cassettes of it? People working night shifts could have their own morning show to listen to. Don't get me started on advertising opportunities. We could read ads for local businesses. I can't believe you invented the podcast. Pod what now? I need a cough drop. Excuse me. Nothing, man. Just know you're truly ahead of your time. I knew it was a great idea, and once we get hired working construction, we'll have the money to record in a studio, all professional. We can list HUD as a sponsor. What's HUD? Department of Housing and Urban Development. They're the ones who decided to knock the building down to revitalize it. I know what they could also help revitalize. My bank account. Well, good luck with all that, Mr. Hawkins. I think we should probably get back to your place. I guess you're right, Miss Dot. See you on the flip side, almost. Smell you later, Hank. And I mean that literally, because we got third shift tomorrow. Is it really so important to you to stay here? Listen, I know it's not anyone's American dream house. We all do our best to organize, keep it clean, do all the work that management does. It's still a project. It's just, I've been here a long time, and I know everybody. I feel like if I leave, I'm saying all the time I spent here doesn't mean a thing. It's like, who said we can only find opportunity by leaving our people behind? Am I really just supposed to turn my back on almost, just like, got mine, see ya? I'm sure he'd understand. Yeah, maybe he'd understand, but I don't want to lose that connection. My dad always told me that the hardest choices take sacrifice. Your dad is right. I just don't think it's worth sacrificing our community. I mean, let me ask you, what does a nice neighborhood even look like? Somewhere where you and your kids can grow without worry? A street where everyone knows your name? A neighborhood where you shop at the supermarket without being stared at? Man, that's tough. Somewhere where you and your kids can grow without worry. For me, it's one where people take care of each other, and we're already doing that here. That got even more important to me after we had Georgia. I know Ev wants to move to where the schools are better, but I don't want my child to be lonely. Don't worry too much about Georgia. I have a feeling she won't be lonely for long. You know something I don't, Miss Dot? Not a thing, Mr. Hawkins. Speaking of home, I should get back. Still haven't found my wallet. Yeah, guaranteed. Miss Hawkins has the wallet in her hand as we walk in. Oh! Did it just fall out of his back pocket? Hey, yo? Hey, yo, say less? I'm rich? Did that fall out of his back pocket? Have you seen my wallet? Give Hank his wallet. Here, have a key. Thank you. Where was it? Putting him on blast. It was in your pocket. You dropped it on the ground. Why am I not surprised? Listen, I know we dragged you into this whole mess, Miss Babysitter, but I think we should stay in tonight, maybe. We clearly have a lot to talk about. So, no $10? You still want it? How about this then? Who's right? Should we take the voucher and move, or stay here with our friends and neighbors? That's tough. Look, if they move, they're only doing what the big construction people want. If they stay, they're gonna be taken advantage of. Either way, it's a lose-lose situation, and that just sucks. Man, this is so frustrating, and I didn't even have to live this. This is not an experience that I will ever have to suffer through. You should move. Why not see what kinds of stuff you can make happen if you move? I like the way you think. I guess. Maybe our golden ticket is still out there. Thank you so much for all your help. I hope you can actually babysit little Georgia sometime. What? Actually? She is a real handful, and stubborn too. She's a baby. Oh, right. Anyway, I'll see you around. Just know you're both doing a great job with the whole parenting thing. Did I never call you precocious? Yeah, my mom does. All the time. Maybe I can use this weird key again. I still have this like random granola bar. Here's hoping I'm not as out of place this time. I'm not even gonna bother sleeping this time. Oh, hey, look. When did I dig out my lacrosse MVP trophy? Ugh, I still remember Phoebe, Rachel, and Monica making fun of my hair. Whenever I run into them at this coffee shop, they never say hi. Why am I not surprised? Third time's a charm. Now I'm assuming we're gonna be in like the early 2000s after the decision was made and seeing where their life is. At least seeing their life had how it's progressed. A storage closet? I can't even tell where I am this time. I wonder if I'm in my own time or still floating around in my family's history. The Interfaith Center. It looks different from normal. Between me and Rafi, we work so many hours, I'm afraid that Zizi will forget the face of her parents. And all this work, it might be for nothing if we can't find a place to live. Has Rafi said anything about the house hunt? Any places in the area give you a reply? A few places, but they never give a clear answer. Always something about not being a right fit for the neighborhood, or trying to preserve the character of the area. I'm losing hope. That's the same garbage they told my mother when we moved here years ago. The community center helped us then, and we'll do what we can to help you now. No matter where we're from, we immigrants gotta stick together. Thank you, Alma, for your graces. I know we can stay humble, but it's hard on our pride sometimes. Rafi's especially. He dreamed of coming here and building a home with his own hands. But we've done nothing but rely on others since we arrived. Our community is only as strong as the people in it. We don't keep good people like your family in ours. We aren't much of a community at all. That looks like my sister Georgia's wife, Alma. Oh. Nice. Dot, I thought you were too busy with college applications to step foot here. Wait, Alma recognized me? And what's this about college applications? Are you telling me I still pass as a teenager? Mission Control to Space Cadet Dot, you still there? I just thought I'd swing by. Having to boil my whole life down to a personal statement was giving me a headache. Well, while you're here, why don't you help out? You're not too busy to help your dear sister-in-law this time, right? I guess since I'm already here. That's the spirit. Let's go. Why is there a ghost down here? I need you to organize these pamphlets for the event. Lay out the set you think is best, and throw the rest in the recycling. Talk to me when you're done. Helping our neighbors prosper for generations. Cash in now. Come to our community potluck to learn now how you can get involved. Okay. No. Get out of here. No, we want to go to a community potluck, baby. Oh, the table looks great. Thank you. Hey, we're getting ready for our usual Sunday potluck, and Georgia's at your grandmother's house getting all the dishes together. Meet me outside. We can walk there together. I gotta see what this ghost girl's doing over here. Are you lost? Alma told me to play with the other kids, but they left already, so I'm waiting until Baba comes to pick us up. Baba? Appa, Daddy. Don't tell me you're this old and you don't even know that. Sheesh. You're waiting for your parents? Alma is talking about boring adult stuff with Miss Alma. And Baba said that he would come pick us up after work. I wish they'd hurry. Well, I'm sure they wouldn't make you wait if it wasn't important. Maybe, but every time I ask questions, they tell me I wouldn't understand. Baba never has time to tell me stories anymore either. He used to tell me funny stories about all the things he did with his brothers in Iraq. Your dad is from Iraq? Yeah, I saw the news people talking about it the other day and told him about it, but he just made a funny face and didn't say anything. Sorry, Zizi. The situation in your dad's country is kind of complicated. More adult stuff? Yeah, more adult stuff. Are you Dorothea? Alma has told me so much about you. I'm Esperanza. Nice to meet you. It's Dot, by the way. Are you new to the area? Our family plans to make a home here. At least we're hoping we can. Sounded like you need a place to stay. Right now, we're staying with my sister, Alejandria. When she bought her house, Alejandria was so excited that she convinced us to come here too for the opportunities. But there was so much fine print that the seller didn't tell her. Now she can't afford the payments. She has to move to a smaller place, so we have to find our own place soon. Jeez, that's rough. Rafi has been looking for permanent work ever since we moved here. But they take one look at his name and never give him an interview. I even had a harder time getting work since I took his last name. Well, I hope things go your way. Welcome to the neighborhood. Thank you, Dot. Hope I'll see you around here again. Man, that's tough. Not to mention, having fewer opportunities just because of where you come from, the color of your skin, your gender. Just your name alone can spark prejudices. It's crazy. Hey, Dot. Thanks again for helping at the community center. Now let's go to your grandma's and help with empanadas. I'm faster than you. How can one property change hands so many times in a decade and keep turning a profit? Truly a miraculous piece of land. Hate this guy. Hey, Mr. Murphy, what brings you to the neighborhood? Oh, please, Alma, it's Michael. I was just admiring what I hope will be our future purchase. There's something deeply satisfying about an empty home, don't you think? Full of potential, ready to be made into a buyer's image, scrubbed of the past. By the way, have you talked to George about finalizing the sale? Uh-oh. She's thinking it over. You don't make decisions like that lightly. Of course. She's always been shrewd with finances, that one. I have faith that she'll make yet another smart decision and accept our generous offer. Just tell her to remember that the window of opportunity won't stay open forever. I'll be sure to tell her that. Much appreciated, as always. We at Hope Equity are here to make your real estate dreams come true. Hope Equity? Those real estate pests with the annoying commercials? You're advertising all over the place, but what exactly is it that you do? No, you're pests. Those real estate pests with the annoying commercials? Ooh! Hope Private Equity. We make dreams come true by financing them. We invest in prime properties in neglected neighborhoods like this one. You mean you trick people into buying homes they can't afford, then eventually kick them out and jack up the prices? Well, I prefer to think of it as putting our resources to good use in undeserved communities. Like my grandfather before me, I'm helping revitalize the neighborhood by putting good people in good homes. Yikes. In fact, way back when I worked at the bank, I helped the family purchase this original property. That doesn't seem to have worked out too well for them. Yeah, it's too bad. But everyone deserves a chance at the American dream, don't you think? And now another family has that opportunity. I hope you do a better job of making that happen for this family than you did the last one. I don't think anyone I know considers that the American dream. I hope you do a better job of making that happen for this family than you did the last one. We're all entitled to our opinions. Anyway, do be sure to get an answer from Georgia. Like I said, the clock is ticking. Hey, gotta look at the newspaper. Investors cash in on Detroit's housing slump. Investors from as far away as Hong Kong and Hawaii are coming to Detroit to make their fortune buying foreclosed homes in bulk. This is a millionaire's market, said Michael Murphy III, an investor from the local suburbs who recently moved back to Great Lakes State last year. I feel like I'm driving through the city and stopping to shovel diamonds in the back of my truck. Following in the footsteps of his father's legacy as a local real estate investor, Murphy scours the city for houses they can fix and rent. The idea is to generate cash flow until the market improves and then to sell the houses. He owns 38 houses now and will close on 15 more before the end of the month. Still, it's not just established buyers looking into a turn up profit amidst the city's wave of foreclosures. I can buy a home for pennies, flip it into something livable, and then sell it for hundreds of thousands, says Jonah Wright, a 42-year-old mother from Ann Arbor who flips homes in Detroit with her husband. Yes, we were hit hard by the recession just like everyone else. We almost lost everything. At least this way, with the money we're making from flipping homes, I can make sure we're never in that position again. Hey, Dottie, it's been a minute, baby sis. How's life with Grandma as a roommate? Pretty chill and quiet. Grandma isn't really the chit-chatting type. Georgia, why are you out here? Aren't you on the empanada duty? They're just cooling down, no worries. I've got some exciting news that I couldn't wait to share. I talked to the real estate people and we're finally going to sell that house. You seem more excited about selling this empty house than you were when you bought yours. You ever think about the people who lived in this house, or do you just like to collect the check? Hey yo, tell it like it is. Always with a smart mouth, this one. I've been sitting on that house since the auction and it's time to sell. Foreclosure auction, you mean? If we play it right, we could get twice or even triple the price I paid for it. So you've made up your mind to sell to Mr. Murphy? Michael's lined up an out-of-state buyer who's willing to pick this up right away. Finally feels like the hard work getting this place fixed up has paid off. Our family is going to be one step closer to everything we dreamed about. What's with the silence? If we sell the house, no kid of ours would ever have to worry about going to college. I get it, Georgia, I really do, but I can't feel good about selling a piece of our block to some outside rich person who will do who knows what with it. Not when there are people in need right here. If we want to start our own family, we gotta think about ourselves here, Alma. But we can help people right in front of us, in our community. Alma did say that you clearly have someone in mind. I've been talking to the Tawfiq family at the community center. They're good people. They have a bright young daughter with a promising future. Everyone else has turned them away. You want us to give up our dream to help some people we barely know? Georgia, that's not... They're immigrants, first generation, trying to make it, same as my family was. have no roots here. Nobody wants to take a chance on them. It's always like that. They're good people who deserve a chance like my family got. Like them, rent the place, give them a home. Your family made it here because they worked hard. This family can do the same. It's not our job to make that happen for them. This home, the money I've put into it, is the fruit of generations of labor. My grandmother's, my mother's, and mine. If we blow this chance, we don't get a new one. Isn't it our responsibility to give back to the community that made us? My family didn't do this on our own. We came up with the support of everyone around us. We need to give that support to others now. I think that... Oh, you think? You think what, little sister? Do you have some secret ancestral knowledge on this situation or something? Please do share your wisdom. I didn't mean to, it's just that... No. If you're going to speak up, then speak up! You should rent the house to the Toffeeks. You should flip the house and sell it to Mr. Murphy. You should rent the house to Toffeeks. You need to help the Toffeek family. A home is made up of more than one family or one house. And we need to let people like them know that they're welcome and looked after if we want to keep this neighborhood one worth living in. Glad to see the value of compassion isn't lost on you, Dot. I think I'm going to get me one of those empanadas. It seems like you two need a moment to yourselves anyway. Alright, feel free to clean up some of the dishes while you're at it. Always ordering them around, I swear. Let's see if this key can get me back to the future. I mean, present. Deuces. Alright. Now where are we off to? Why is it after every time I come back, I'm not sure if I helped them make the right decision? Wait, the key has stopped glowing. Am I back home for good? Still a leaky roof, unfortunately. Dorothy, what are you doing downstairs already? I thought you were sleeping. I wish. Well, there's still some mac and cheese if you want to reheat some. Ah! Was that Carlos? Did he go back into the basement? Yes, that boy just won't stop going down there, even if it kills him. I should go check on him. Oh! Whoa, what happened? What is that awful smell? Oh no, what are you doing down here? I thought I told you not to... Everything is ruined. I couldn't save any of my games. Forget about the games. Come on, we need to get you upstairs and get your inhaler. I don't want to go upstairs. I don't even want to be here. How can you even stay in this house? Something's always falling apart every other week. Carlos, we can talk about this upstairs. Let's go. Grandma should just buy a new house. Mom does it all the time. Why can't Grandma? She could buy a house where I could breathe. Oh, man, that sucks. Carlos, I hear you. I really do, but we have to get out of here right now. Come upstairs and we'll talk about it. What in God's grace has been happening here while I was gone? Carlos, are you okay? Yeah, Grandma, just out of breath. I think a pipe burst or something while Carlos was in the basement playing his game. He was knee-deep in sewer water down there. Boy, I told you not to play down there. It's bad enough that we already live so close to the industrial plant and there's smog. You and I might have been able to get by, but all this is clearly affecting Carlos's asthma. With how old this house is, well, what are we gonna do? Just put a bandage on everything? If something like this happens again? You know your Grandma Carl used to be the one to fix things up, Dorothea. It's just been so difficult since he's passed. Grandma, are you honestly okay with staying here? No. You deserve to live out your best life, and I don't want you to have to spend your years in a house that's falling apart. Do you know what we went through to get you here? The house wasn't always our home. Y'all know the start, but not how's the wise. Before me and your Grandma Carl left South Carolina, we had only enough to survive the present. But we wanted to build a foundation for our future, so we decided to move up here to Detroit. We walked into this house one day and ended up buying this place, had us thinking it was a good deal. There's always finer and finer print. That good deal kept biting us, kept us from any plans we had to improve this old place. Too many friends had the bank take their homes, and I swear we spent too many nights worrying ours would be next. But we can't say we spent a single dollar toward anything but our family's future. So they really listened to my advice? Years passed and we had a Hank, and then Hank met Evelyn. Your mom always pushed Hank to be better and do better, which is why they left here to live in their own apartment. Even though he'd never admit it, your dad's idea kept getting bigger and bigger so that he could make Evelyn's dream come true. And what were Mom's dreams? But what did Dad want for himself? What were Mom's dreams? To have a home of her own, a place where she and her family could feel safe. I know Evelyn doesn't talk about it much, but that girl spent a lot of her early years in the struggle. It's exactly why she was so adamant you and Georgia never experienced the same. Even Evelyn convinced your dad the suburbs were the place to find opportunity and success. Can't deny that helped y'all come up razor sharp, but I missed you so much. It wasn't always easy making the trip up there to see you and your sister, but your parents never seemed happier. They made enough in their savings to buy that timeshare down in Florida before you had even finished high school. So this wasn't all a dream. I really went back to the past. Holy moly. No matter how it turned out, your parents gave y'all everything. You and Georgia had your own home, and your sister even ended up selling houses herself. Georgia, ever the opportunist, Georgia always knows a good deal when she sees one. She's just like your mama. If a good opportunity is in front of her, she won't hesitate to take advantage of it. I guess you're right. Georgia's always been something else, though. Maybe it's because she was old enough to remember back when your parents lived in public housing. But she was near righteous about making sure she and Alma were better off. Remember when she wanted to sell that house next door? She only gave up on selling after Alma talked some sense into her. Decided that it was about time someone else got the opportunity she got. That the pie was big enough for her family to have plenty and share too. Glad she did, because the Toffics are good people and good neighbors, always helping out and with a smile too. Nice. That Zizi sure grew up to be beautiful. I bet she's off at camp for summer last I talked to her mom. I wonder if it's a space camp. It's a messy story, I know. It wasn't always clear to us what was right, but it got us all here. We struggled for our place and put down roots for y'all to grow from. Grandma, I appreciate the history, but why does it matter how long we've been here if we can't stay here because it's falling apart? Dot, you've been quiet. Don't you have something to say about all this? After all, it's your house we're talking about. My house? What do you mean, my house? Child, who did you think was going to get this house after I'm gone? I figured Dad would get it, or even Georgia, since she's the oldest. And a real estate whiz. You know your dad couldn't stand these Michigan winters again. George has asked about it once before. Lord knows she's been dreaming for years about what she could do with the property. But I want to give this house to someone who calls it a home. Grandma, I don't know what to say. I never imagined. Well, start imagining. After hearing all of this from you? Oh. I mean, honestly, the house is in complete disrepair. It's a very bad for Carlos's health. It's almost worth just selling it and moving. And gosh darn it. See, this is the problem. I understand, it's all about, community and home and, but you're putting everyone's lives. At some point, you got to put your lives first, I'm going to sell the house. I thought about it and I could see how hard everyone worked to get us here. At the same time, doesn't it always seem like we're constantly on the edge of achieving our dreams? Everything we want is always right out of reach. And with prices going up and people being pushed out, it's only going to get harder to keep it up. That's why we should sell this place. We've always made our home where we can find it. This neighborhood is changing and we need to change with it. If that's your decision, then I respect it. It's about time I handed the keys to the next generation. Do you remember the door in the basement? I keep what's important in there. Inside that room is a lockbox containing the deed to the house. It's yours now. I told you this place was always going to be yours. You'll need this. Cool. We got a key, but we're going through the sewer water. I can't believe I've never gone in here before. Okay. Yes. Jason T. Wow, the deed to the house. I wonder what the future has in store. Today is the big potluck over at the Interfaith Community Center, and of course, Alma is leading the charge. I know I'm not in the neighborhood as much these days, but geez, I'm always put to work as soon as I'm back. It's just we really wanted a place that was ours, Grandma may have given me the keys, but I always see that house as hers. Oh my gosh, she's older. So I moved out to the suburbs and got a place of my own. It's close to work and we're trying to start a family too. I guess in some strange way, I'm continuing my family legacy of making homes of our own. Though sometimes I worry if I made the right choice. I hate that Grandma lives up in that house alone. These days, I'm teaching at the charter school, preparing the next generation for greatness. It's a nice job. Charter school with plenty of resources. The kids are well behaved, too behaved, honestly. Guess I'm used to classrooms where kids are allowed to be kids. Speaking of kids, I haven't seen that nephew of mine in a long time. Carlos barely comes to visit Grandma. That new non-profit architecture job has him working day and night. Not that he minds. He's constantly saying what they're doing is big, making housing affordable for tons of people. Wish he'd put that much enthusiasm into this neighborhood, though still, I miss him. Dot's Home, a Rise Home Stories project. That was pretty powerful. So look, all I gotta say is, no matter what I think I've been through in life, my ancestors, my family, and my future family will never ever have to go through something like that. And that's tough. I really like how they kind of show the struggles that each generation was faced with, and things never changed. And people are still struggling from stuff like that. And hopefully this game will bring awareness, depending on who plays it, will bring a little bit of awareness of what people went through over the course of, generation to generation, and the effects that has on future generations to come, and how we could potentially do our part in making a change. Very powerful game. Well, it was fun. If you want to suggest other games that I've never heard of, or maybe you found, scouring Steam, drop them down in the comments. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll catch you later.